Hey leaders, as an executive or business owner, should you offer hybrid or remote work options for your employees? Obviously, the hybrid ones are the ones where your employees have the option to be working in the office 2 to 3 days a week or just working completely from home. It's really something to consider, and so I really wanted to give you first a statistic on what is happening. So this is from the Predictive Index, and they surveyed 2,000 employees across 15 different industries, and this is what they found. They found that 46% of companies surveyed are adopting fully remote work or hybrid work models moving forward. And the second statistic, the second thing that they found out surveying these employees is that 68% of companies surveyed have a plan to actually have some hybrid teams moving forward. So I think this is really important because this is not the year or the time where work can only be done in the office. The last 2 years have proven very well that employees can work very well and effectively from home. So, hey, I'm Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. So if you want to get more videos like this where I focus on leadership tips and strategies that will help you become a better leader and boss for your team, then subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out at all. Also, if you're interested in joining my leadership mastermind, where you will be around like-minded people that really want to focus on how to improve employee performance and retention, then email me and I will share with you more information about that program. And you can email me at drheather@transformationgroup.llc.com. All right, so should you offer hybrid or remote work? I want to share with you the pros and cons of each and let you make that decision. But I thought this would be really interesting, just some quick information. So for those who want to implement remote work, here is one of the pros, and I've got several listed, for those employees who want to work remotely from their home. The first is that, believe it or not, there has been an increase. There's research within the last couple of years that research has proven that there's an increase in productivity. And it was funny because I was just talking with a lady today who, during the first year of the lockdowns, she worked remotely, and she actually loved working remote because she didn't have those distractions. She got a whole lot more done and knocked out during the day. And which leads me to my second reason: you don't have as many interruptions. And that is because you don't have anybody knocking at your door wanting to pick your brain. You don't have people hanging out in the kitchen or the water cooler, just shooting the what. So this is why productivity is a lot higher for those working from home. Also, when it comes to working remotely, you have zero commute time. Love it. You can sleep in and you don't have to worry about that drive, whether, however long it is, you don't have to worry about making that drive and the wear and tear on your vehicle. Another pro is that for some, depending on the industry that you're in, you can work at any time, but the cool thing is that you can work from anywhere. There are a lot of people now who have gone totally remote, and they have moved away from their where the location of their business is. I've got friends that have done that. They now live on a lake. So that's pretty cool. Another bonus of actually working remotely is that your employees are much happier because they like the freedom of working from home. And finally, you as the business owner or the executive within your company, you can actually reduce costs by eliminating office space and the cost of equipment, which can equate to a lot of money. Now, the cons of working remotely is that a lot of employees feel like they're isolated, like they're on a little island and they don't really have interaction with other people. And for people who really want to be around other people, this actually is a huge challenge for them. Also, it is harder to turn off work when you work from home. I know because I've done it for years. So I actually have to make a commitment that I am not coming into my office after a certain time. And that is what has to be done if you want to make sure that you have that work-life balance. So being able to turn off work when it's right a few feet away from you can be a challenge. Also, it is harder to collaborate with your teammates and with your employees when everybody is working remotely, because you've got to schedule a meeting, an online meeting. You can ping somebody through iMessage, whatever it is that you use, whatever platform you use, but you're also waiting for them to respond. Whereas collaboration, if you're in the office or hybrid, then you can always walk next door. Also, time zone difference. Think about this. Time zone difference are a challenge as well. I've got a friend who is a sales executive. She's got people spread out all over the country. And so making sure that you are communicating when they are actually at work, especially if they're on the West Coast and you're on the East Coast, is a challenge. Also, employees, one of the things that I remember hearing when I was talking with some executives is that some of their employees felt like they are not seen because they're not in the office. And so if they're not seen, the perception for them is that when opportunities arise to lead projects or be promoted, they are not going to be top of mind. So that is another con. Now, when it comes to the hybrid model of working, your employees, that's when they are coming in 2 to 3 days a week and then working remotely or at home the rest of the week. So one of the pros of working hybrid is that they actually do get to collaborate with other teammates those days that they are in the office. So they get to socialize, they get to interact with other people, and that's a bonus. And they can collaborate a whole lot easier. Now, one of the also a benefit is that those employees who want to be hybrid, they get the best of both worlds, they might think, is that they are also very happy employees. And then finally, bonus for you is that if you have hybrid employees, you're not going to be able to reduce 100% of your space and equipment, but you can reduce your office size to accommodate those that do want to work hybrid. And then if it's too many, then maybe you can alternate, days where your teams come in is a alternative method. Now, the cons, the negatives of working hybrid is that there are going to be challenges. Your employees are going to experience challenges as it relates to working together. So if you've got some working at the office, depending on the days that they're working, there and then working from home, there's going to be workflow issues because it's not going to be as smooth, especially if you've got people in different time zones and working different times as well. There's going to be, obviously, when it comes to socializing, there's going to be a whole lot more socializing going on once they get in the office because, they don't see each other on a consistent basis. So that is going to increase. I'm just telling you. And then the culture may be different too. People who are working remotely may be not as well perceived as well, I guess I can put it that way, as those who are venturing in and working in the office. So they kind of might be just left to the side. Also, when it comes to working hybrid, and one of the negatives is that if you're a manager and you are seeing those people on a more consistent basis, you may actually show favoritism to those individuals who you see more often. So when it comes to working hybrid or working remotely, basically as a business owner or an executive within your company, you really need to consider what is best for that employee experience. What is it that they want? I shared with you the statistics earlier about how industries and companies are moving forward with more remote and hybrid work plans. And this actually is something to consider if you want to retain your employees. I just know that my niece who's in healthcare is looking. I saw she posted on LinkedIn where she is only looking for remote work. So you have the opportunity to miss out on a lot of great talent if you are not allowing your employees the option to choose whether they work remotely or whether they choose the hybrid model. So just something to consider as a business owner and executive. So if you like this video, please like the button below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And last but not least, go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. Bye.